White Island is New Zealand's only active marine volcano, which means you can't just come out here and wander around. There are many dangers and hazards associated with being on a volcano. But despite the fear factor, the fascinating elements of White Island continue to draw thousands of people here every year. Jenny, tell me a little bit about the history of what went on here on White Island.
Well, they tried several times to mine it, and they mined it for the sulphur. But the factory that you see here today, we'll see the remains of it. This one was actually built in 1923 and it closed down in 1933. And what they were doing here was just taking the sulphur out of the rock, and there's a big quarry on the other end of the factory there. They basically just put it into hoppers, ground it all down, and then shipped it out in that state. And all the product was shipped out to Sulphur Point in Tauranga, and that's why Sulphur Point was actually named as such.
How hard was it in terms of the conditions for the men that were living out here?
They had to continuously clean their teeth because they decalcified or went black, so it was pretty harsh conditions.
Have there ever been any tragedies on White Island?
In 1913, the southwestern rim of the crater collapsed and it came right down through here, created all the mounds, wiped out the men and the buildings.
Were there any survivors?
Only one, and it was a cat. These are really cool. This is what we call sulphur chimneys, and that's pure sulphur and forms at a temperature around about 45.5 degrees Celsius. So you just try and put your hand over there and just see how close you can get to it and hold it.
Oh, not very. And it's hissing away there in the back.
Hissing away. And if you look around, also there's bigger ones, and they can grow and grow and grow, and they form these beautiful formations, and then they'll collapse.
Why do you have to wear hard hats and strong shoes and have the old gas mask?
The hard hat's got very loose material around the place, but if you're coming out here by helicopter or boat, we've all got our own coloured hard hats, and it make you stand out. The gas mask, the steam affects people in different ways.
So if you breathe this stuff, it gets into your throat and it mixes with your saliva and it forms little acid droplets, and you get this real humbug in your back of your throat.
And the shoes, this material is very, very sharp, as well as quite rubbly, so you have to have good protective footwear. And a lot of places like this, white and yellow, can sink down a little bit, so if you've got an open toe shoe, very easy to get a burn.
When Captain Cook first laid eyes on this place in 1769, he named it White Island because of the white steam rising from the volcanic vents. Today, White Island continues to belch steam, which you can sometimes see from the mainland. And from what I've seen today, this old girl has plenty of steam left in her.